Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. This is a very powerful year, which I'm going to talk about at the beginning of the presentation. So my name is Laura Minkowski, and I'm an astrological international life and relationship coach. And I coach in English, Spanish, Finnish, and Italian. I was born in Finland, grew up in Venezuela, studied in Boston, then Miami, and now I live in Dublin, Ireland. So that's that's like my life in a nutshell, and that's why I speak all the languages that I speak. So today I'm going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn, and I'm also going to talk about the numerology of 2022, which is really really powerful, and it's all around. It's a number 6 year, because all the twos add up to 6. And 6 is all about love and relationships. So it's about love and relationships, like on a personal level and on a collective level as well. So the song "All You Need Is Love" is like that would be like the song for this year. All you need is love. All right. So the numerology of 2022, as I mentioned. So each year of the numerology cycle builds off the last. So in 2020, we had our universal year 4 of reassessing and restructuring our foundations. And of course, all of our lives changed in a major way in 2020. It's been 2 years now of this life with COVID situation. And then in 2021, it was a universal year 5, which taught us to remain flexible and adaptable as we redefine what freedom means to us. So the year 5 is about, changes and about freedom. So now we're embarking on a new chapter in our collective journey, the universal year 6, which is a year of relationships, responsibilities, and deep healing. So in numerology, the personal year 6 is known as the marriage or divorce year. So this is because 6 is the vibration of relationships and love. So this is a major love year for us as individuals. But what does it mean for the collective? Could it be that we'll finally all be able to come together to experience love and harmony like never before? I mean, that's the possibility of this year, right? So that's why it's such an important year on so many levels, right? We have the capacity to experience love and harmony like never before. And of course, there's a lot of division in the world right now. So this is really a year where that can change, and of course we can all do that together, by focusing on that together, and by focusing on the love and the unity, and focusing on all the things that we have in common instead of the things that separate us. So with each year, there is a light and a shadow side, representing the highest vibration and the lowest vibration of that number we can experience. So on the light side of a 6 year is the ability to tap into higher ideals of love, strengthen relationships, and heal some deep wounds. And then on the shadow side, the 6 year can bring about a lot of shame, difficult emotions, and pressure to carry out responsibilities we didn't realize we had. So that kind of gives you an overview of the numerology of 2022 and what this 6 year means. All right, so now I'll talk about the new moon in Capricorn. So the first new moon of 2022 is bringing us clarity, luck, and new possibilities. So astrologically speaking, 2022 is already off to a pretty good start. We've got Jupiter in Pisces, which is really, really powerful. And Jupiter's gonna be in Pisces until May. So that's really it's really powerful. And Jupiter and Neptune are both in Pisces right now. And they're both the planets of Pisces. So there can be a big spiritual reawakening right now, right? Because Pisces is very spiritual, and Jupiter is the biggest planet. So all of that is happening right now at the same time. Mars is in Sagittarius, and now the very first new moon of the year will occur in the ambitious, hardworking sign of Capricorn on the 2nd of January. So the new moon was yesterday, but we can still feel it today as well. So thankfully, we'll be starting the new year out on the right foot. So there's a lot of there's a lot of good planet alignments right now for the beginning of the year. So this new moon is setting the vibes for 2022, and we're using this year to get down to business. Having the first new moon of the year being Capricorn as opposed to Aquarius sets the tone for the year ahead. And it's all about taking action steps and bringing family and career to the forefront. So the luminary doesn't just mark the start of 2022. It also marks the start of a brand new personal year. We think of it this way because it's a time when we set our intentions for what we want in the year ahead. So these goals become like a mountain, and that mountain becomes the object we set out to climb. So luckily, Capricorn has a determination that equips us with the patience, discipline, and persistence to reach the top. It might be cliche to tell you to set goals for yourself this new year, but the proof is in the stars, or rather the moon. Now is, astrologically, the perfect time to create mood boards, write down action plans, and start working towards what we want for ourselves as 2022 starts to unravel before us. While this may not be the most entertaining or fun-filled lunation, it will serve us extremely well if we put these positive, realistic, and useful energies to work, getting in gear for the new year. So many people have the tradition of writing down goals at the beginning of the year, having your New Year's resolutions and all of that, right? So now with this new moon in Capricorn, it's even more powerful to do that right now, right? Because Capricorn is all about that. It's about setting those goals and making a plan, right? So it's a great time to think about what would you like to accomplish this year? Do your vision boards, write down your goals, your dreams and ambitions. It's a really, really good time to do all of that. So the first new moon of the year is especially Capricorn-y because 4 celestial bodies are in the sign of the goat. So we have the sun, the moon, Venus retrograde, and Juno, the asteroid. So that's really powerful and significant that they're all in Capricorn right now. So that's a lot of earth energy. That's a lot of earth grounding energy, and it's great energy to plan for the year ahead. So this is going to be one of the most critical points of the retrograde of Venus, when things might be super intense in relationships of all kinds. So Venus is in retrograde right now, and so that impacts relationships as well. And as I mentioned, it's a 6th year, which is all about love and relationships. So there can be a lot of intense things could be happening in relationships right now. Like some relationships can be getting stronger and some weaker, and relationships are very highlighted right now. So this is when some of them might come to an end, in fact. So however, if we manage to look beneath the annoyance and pain, this lunation can really give us a glance at the things we need to change in order to be more successful in the new year. So even with relationships, this is a time when if there's something that's not working in the relationship, it can come to the surface, and then it can be worked on as well. So your relationship could fall victim to the great uncuffing, or it could persevere through the holiday season and into 2022. Just know that either way, there may be some road bumps that you have to tackle first. If anything, the new moon energy will give us a relationship reality check and help us to realize what we really want out of love. So there's a lot of a lot of epiphanies and a lot of realizations are happening now in relationships in general. So during this new moon, both the sun and the moon will be forming a trine with Uranus, which is the planet of change and freedom. So this astrological happening is bringing that tried and true new year, new me energy. So this connection is more than ideal for abandoning the old and stepping into the new. So if we feel like we are still dragging negative stuff from 2021, Uranus will help us liberate ourselves from what no longer serves us. So yeah, this is a great time to let go of anything that, anything from 2021 that didn't serve you. You can let it go now. So while awakening to hard truths might be tough, Uranus will help us err on the side of freedom, so we can move on with more confidence and a stronger sense of identity. We'll be focused on exploring new possibilities as we enter the new year. We should get our manifestations in order and write down everything that we want to attain and achieve in the new year to really take advantage of the new moon in Capricorn. So the moon will also be in sextile with Neptune, which is a time in which we can trust our intuition. So our intuition is really being highlighted right now, especially with Jupiter being in Pisces and Neptune as well. All of that highlights your intuition. So really trust your intuition and trust your gut feeling about things. So connecting to it will be key when it comes to making important decisions. During this lunation, our intuition, creativity, and perception will be stronger than usual. In other words, trust your gut. So yeah, focus on your intuition, your creativity, and your perception, because they're really going to be highlighted right now. So new moons are known as a celestial clean slate, and these vibes coupled with the new year are making letting go and moving on all the more important. What do you want to leave behind in 2021? What do you want to change and pursue in 2022? Think on it, manifest it, and get to work. The new moon is inviting you to sit down, put pen to paper, and get really honest with yourself. This is the time to open your heart to those seemingly unattainable dreams and desires, the ones that thrill you and scare you in equal measure. This moon is giving you its blessing. What are you gonna do with it? So actually, a great exercise to do. You can take a sheet of paper and you can write down, what are you leaving behind, in 2021. And then you can write down everything that you're leaving behind in 2021. And then you can take another piece of paper and write down, like what do you want to change and pursue in 2022? What are those dreams and ambitions and goals that you have for this year? All right, so now I'm gonna talk about how this new moon affects all the different signs. So for Aries, with the new moon lighting up your 10th house of career, now is the time to envision and ideally get the ball rolling on switching up long-term professional goals. For Taurus, the new moon is in your 9th house of adventure, inspiring you to be more open to change. You may even be ready to take a leap of faith to satiate your appetite for something different from your usual grind. For Gemini, because the new moon falls in your 8th house of emotional bonds and sexual intimacy, you'll be thinking about different ways of opening yourself up to a transformative bond, and possibly even tackling financial challenges with a partner or a friend. For Cancer, thanks to the new moon falling in your 7th house of partnership, you'll be feeling confident and excited about kicking off a thrilling new chapter with your partner, dear friend, or a colleague. For Leo, the new moon will be in your 6th house of daily routine and wellness, which means opening yourself up to tackling your regular schedule and perhaps also workout plan in an inventive way. For Virgo, with the new moon falling in your 5th house of romance and self-expression, you could be inspired to pour your emotions into a creative project and step up your fun-loving, flirtatious communication with someone special. For Libra, with this new moon highlighting your 4th house of home life, your closest relationships, roots, and security will be a main focus. You could be preparing for a move or working alongside a loved one to create a new future bolstering financial plan. For Scorpio, with the new moon falling in your third house of communication, big game changing conversations, potentially with a partner, romantic or platonic, will be on your mind. It's time to speak your truth. For Sagittarius, with the new moon falling in your second house of income, you'll be inspired to bring your skills to the table in a different way on the job in order to feel more centered and satisfied on a daily basis. For Capricorn, with the new moon in your sign, you have all the wind in your sails to kick off that ambitious new chapter you've been mulling over. For the best results, the path you're now on should feel as playful and creative as it does practical. Aquarius, falling in your 12th house of spirituality, this new moon can have you realizing how linked your mental well-being is to your overall success. So consider this a clear runaway for tending to old emotional wounds and prioritizing self-care. For Pisces, this new moon falls in your 11th house of networking, motivating you to get involved in a new collaborative project. You have everything it takes to go for it, including a bolstered ability to communicate your most brilliant ideas to others. So thank you. May this new moon in Capricorn help you to start 2022 in the best way. I offer coaching sessions in English, Spanish, Finnish, and Italian. You can get in touch with me if you'd like a session at lauracoaching@gmail.com. My website is laurarenankoski.com, and my Wake Up to Your True Potential YouTube series, the link is there. It's a series in which I interview amazing people around the world on ways to wake up to your true potential. So please subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends, and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'll stop sharing, and I'll stop the recording.